What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back again with another video, and today we're to go over all of the news revolving first party and third party revolving around PlayStation. Starting off here, a big hit at E3 2018, the last time I think we will ever see a PlayStation at an E3 conference. They unveiled a new game called Control by Remedy Entertainment. They were the people behind that one Xbox exclusive that I forgot off the top of my head, but you all know what I'm talking about, hopefully. And they came out here and they were doing a Game Informer coverage. Well, they still are to this day. They are doing a month-long of Game Informer coverage, and it just got released as well this week that the game will be coming out summer 2019. They said that verbatim when they want the game to be out. So that is looking between June and August, which I think is a great time for this title. I think it's gonna be a nice kind of dead period, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think like we're not gonna have to make things other than the Outer World as well, which will be in that same time period as well. But I think we'll have a nice kind of open space to be able to play some of these games and just make way for the fall and stuff like that. So I think that's a very, very good you know, place for that game, and hope it ends up being pretty good. And probably at the end of this Game Informer coverage, we'll probably get an official release date, but we shall see at the end of the coverage. Next up here, earlier this week we had some people in the PC files of Devil May Cry 5 trying to find some secrets of the game, and there was some code that pointed towards a multiplayer Bloody Palace level in the game that was hidden in the code. And so a lot of people were just speculating on when this was going to happen. It was going to be a cooperative run, as what the code says as well, but also the code also points to another playable character. As you know, in DMC5 there was 3 main characters. I think what V, Nero, and Dante, I think, are the 3 names. I have yet to start Devil May Cry 5. I want to play it really bad, but I will probably play it probably sometime next week, hopefully. But Devil May Cry 5 is looking to have some of these hidden things, and then it got confirmed later on this week that it is actually true. So they first just unveiled the Bloody Palace update will be coming in April, which is next month, and they have something to say about the mode. They say, quote, Bloody Palace is a survival mode that pits you against hordes of increasingly difficult enemies and bosses while racing against the ticking timer. Play as Dante, Nero, or V in Bloody Palace mode through multiple levels of enemies and truly test your SS stylish skills, which obviously S, you know, is definitely you know, one of the ranks of the DMC5 that you can get in a level, whatever. So that's a little, you know, joke there, but beside the point. You will be able to kind of, so it's like horde mode for DMC5, which I think sounds great. I think that sounds a lot of fun. That's gonna be something that I'm probably definitely gonna at least try out if I can, but definitely gonna try it out for sure. So expect that update in April. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to do like a drinking episode as to, you know, how many times, you know, we're going to have a week in a row where we're going to have some dev, some studio, somebody say something crazy about Death Stranding. Of course, Hideo Kojima's next project. And this week, we had the creative director for The Division 2, which is a game that I also have to end up playing here pretty soon. I haven't started yet, boys. I've been busy. Hopefully, I'll get to it here next week. But we have the creative director for Division 2 say this little tweet here that's up on screen. It says, over the course of making The Division 2, we did many awesome things and received support from many other developers. Hugely thankful to Hideo Kojima for having welcomed us to his gorgeous studio and shown us the mind-blowing game. Trust me, Death Stranding will be timeless. And so there we go, boys. We have another quote to add on to Death Stranding. It's wild. Apparently it's going to be the second coming of Jesus. We will see when it comes out, but Death Stranding apparently is going to be great from a lot of accounts. And we announced on this show a few weeks ago that the PlayStation Now service was going into beta for some select countries in the European market. But now they've announced this week that PlayStation Now is going officially to be launching 100% out of the beta in these following countries on the screen, which is Denmark, Finland, Italy, Norway, Portugal, Spain, and Sweden. So you will be able to all get the service, enjoy it on your platform of choice and stuff like that. I believe it extends to even PC and stuff like that, I would assume, because I don't think it's only on PS4. I think the beta was just for, you know, that country-wide, or maybe it was. Maybe it's only for PS4. I don't really know for sure, but you will be able to access PS Now. If you definitely have a PS4 in one of those countries, you will be able to play PS Now and enjoy the service. So I hope you do. I enjoy it a lot. I play a few games here and there. I want to pick up and play that one, oh my gosh, that one game that everyone says, Spec Ops: The Line. I want to start that on PS Now soon. So I will hopefully be doing that here in a few weeks to a few days time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my favorite type of news is some sweet tea, and we got some sweet tea here, boys. This is some wild things happening here. So we have the writer for the well, he was the writer for the Uncharted movie. Okay, his name's Joe Carahan. He's up here on screen somewhere, and he had some interesting quotes to say to an interviewer that was interviewing him and stuff like that. It was with discussing film, excuse me. And so in this interview, he was talking about how he was writing the script for the movie, and he wanted to mainly make Amy Hennig happy. He said, quote, ultimately I want to make Amy happy. It was her creation. Okay, and then he goes on to say some other things. He says, quote, I think what's his face, I'm not a fan, that guy that kind of stole credit for it. And we think that he was referring to Druckmann, and so the interviewee asked him if he was referring to Neil Druckmann, and he says, yeah, that jerk off, whatever there was a bit of saboteuring there going on with Naughty Dog. And so he has some strong words, and he doesn't stop there. Okay, he says, quote, Amy made that world, and she was the one that I really wanted to please. The other guy, whatever the hell his name is, he's a hitchhiker. Which I'm just like, yo, give me the smoke. What is this? They're hating on my man Neil Druckmann. I mean, yo, that, I assume this has to be some stuff that happened behind the scenes, but this was some definite things that happened today, not today, but this week, and that was crazy to hear someone talk about that about Neil Druckmann. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Do you guys think that Neil Druckmann is a jerk off? Do you think he sucks, or he's a hitchhiker or whatever? I guess he's claiming here that, you know, Neil Druckmann kind of takes credit for Uncharted, you know, 1, 2, and 3 and stuff like that. Which I know he had a big hand in all those games, but I guess he's taking you know, the same level of I guess ownership to the series as Amy Hennig would, even though Amy Hennig wrote the series. So I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below about this whole thing. Let me know what you all think. And a game that I did start this week, The Messenger. I got it on Switch and I'm playing it right now. I like it a lot. The Messenger is now coming to the PlayStation 4 platform. So if you're interested in playing that game, it is launching actually next week. It's launching on March 19th. So pretty close to here, you know, this whole recording and everything. So pretty close where you'll be able to play this game. If you didn't know about it, it is a old school retro platformer type deal. You're a ninja, and I'm really liking it so far. I like it a lot so far, but I have yet to play it a bunch. So I will definitely let you all know how it is, you know, when I'm done and everything. But definitely enjoying Messenger so far. Next up here, we have another rumor involving another game that I feel like we talk about every week here, Cyberpunk 2077, okay? Obviously made by CD Projekt Red, or in the making by CD Projekt Red, excuse me. And so there was something that went up here, and so I guess it is a creative agency that is making some sort of motion title cards for the game, and they had this motion title card get made for the game. It says Cyberpunk 2077, the client is CD Projekt Red, blah blah blah, and then he says, you know, well, then the card says over here a interesting description. So it says, an ambitious open world role-playing game. Territory came on board Cyberpunk 2077 to support brand and marketing with a logo ident and graphics package. Working closely with CD Projekt Red, we reference a retro punk aesthetic that alludes to the attitude and energy of the game. Unveiled at E3 2018, we look forward to a 2019 release. And so the main story here is that a lot of people are thinking that this agency just outed the release date window for Cyberpunk 2077, because afterwards they changed the card to saying whenever it's ready. And so they definitely went back on that card and everything. And so you know, is it coming out 2019? I don't believe it. I don't buy it at all. I don't think this game is ready for 2019 personally, but who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know. I'm just a dude talking about games, so I don't know. Maybe it will, but I do not believe it's coming out 2019. Apex Legends, of course. The only thing this game is missing that is kind of getting a lot of press is that there isn't really a battle pass yet in place. However, that might have been fooled by some Origin screenshot that we got this week. And so we got someone that was on the Origin homepage, and he was looking at just the homepage, and he found this ad here that says, welcome to the Wild Frontier. It's about Apex Legends, and that the battle pass will be 950 Apex coins. And so it's an advertisement for the battle pass that has not been announced yet fully, and a lot of people are saying that like this is the actual price for the battle pass, which I actually think this is a pretty nice, you know, amount of money, because this is definitely, I think, the amount that Fortnite charges per season. So I think it's fine, honestly, for their battle pass. And so and if you want some context as well, Apex Legends sells you 1,000 Apex coins for $10, and so effectively this will be $10, which is very much the same system that Fortnite uses and the same pricing that Fortnite uses as well. So it looks like they're gonna fall in line with the battle pass to be similar to Fortnite, but we shall see when it fully gets announced. But I think it's pretty safe to say if Origin has these advertisements already set in stone in their service, I think it is pretty so, you know, just safe to say that it is probably legit. Next up here, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time. Borderlands 3 is being teased. Okay, it is, guys. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening, boys. It's happening. I'm probably gonna stream this. I want to stream myself watching this panel because I'm gonna lose my mind. Well, not really, because now I know, but whatever. So Gearbox went to Twitter and said that they were gonna be teasing some things on March 28th, which is the same day for PAX East. And so they did, post this tweet here that has March 8th, Boston, by Gearbox, and it is clear here that this is Borderlands 3. And so what is also interesting is that they kept posting some pictures that are throughout the week. They have appeared on screen as well that I'll put up, and these are definitely Borderlands 3. One of them is blurred. That's not me. That's intentional. Okay, like it is intentionally blurred. But I say if you want the latest in Borderlands 3 pictures or whatever, definitely keep it on lock on Gearbox's Twitter and check it out there because they have been just constantly tweeting Borderlands 3 stuff, and I cannot wait. Personally, I cannot wait. Next up here, do y'all remember that game that was called Evolve? Yes, the Evolve game that was made by the Left 4 Dead team, Turtle Rock. And what's interesting about this week is that they actually came out and announced a new game that is very much in the vein of Left 4 Dead, and so it is called Back 4 Blood, which is kind of a crappy name, but whatever. They have some cool shit to say about the game. They say it is designed from the ground up as an original premier title and marries the best of what made the co-op zombie shooter so successful with new features and a state-of-the-art technology. However, I had the same thought here as this article where it's like, hey, like this is kind of like you're just making Left 4 Dead 3, right? Like that's what's going on here apparently. But they say, quote, "We are not resting on any past laurels. Our goal is to take all we've learned and push forward. We know that's a tall order. We're growing the team considerably because we're stepping up the biggest challenge in this studio's history. We know this title has to stand out, and we fully intend to make that happen." And so it looks like, they're not playing no more. It looks like they're really not playing around. Like they're like, listen, we know Evolve kind of trash. We understand it, but we are back. We are here. We're back and we're better. Bad as ever. I want you bad as ever. I hate Bryson Tiller, by the way, but I hate Bryson Tiller. But beside the point, this game's coming out. How you feel about it? Let me know your thoughts down below. I never played Left 4 Dead, honestly, so this would be probably like my first Left 4 Dead-esque type game. I never played it as a kid, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it's, it seems like a lot of people enjoy the series, so I think it should be good nonetheless. So we will see when Back 4 Blood comes out officially. And lastly here, the same way we ended off last week's episode, we will end off in the same way this week. Battlefield 5's Battle Royale mode, Firestorm, officially got unveiled and launched. Not launched, but unveiled. The trailer is out. It's the same trailer that was last week that we were speculating was going to be the main one, but I didn't want to show, but now I'm showing right now because I was just afraid that I would get struck down by EA. I definitely don't want that. And so they officially announced it. It is 64 modes. It supports solo, duos, all that good stuff. You'll be on the ground. There's vehicles, helicopters, everything that was rumored was true. And so let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that you'll play Battlefield 5 Firestorm? Because look, I'll be honest here, I'll probably get Battlefield 5 only because of this mode. If it's good, I'll get it. If it's good, I'll get it. But if not, I'm gonna just skip it. But let me know what you all think down in the comments below, especially. And ladies and gentlemen, that has been our episode of Save Slot this week. If you all enjoyed, make sure to leave a like on the video as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. And make sure to also check out our descriptions down below where you can find our Twitch and our Twitter as well down below, as well as our Discord. Check out all those links down below in the description. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.